Welcome back, America. So pleased to welcome back Congressman Diane Black, chair of the House Budget Committee. Representative Black, always great to have you on. I always explain to people, you like to be called Chairman Black, right? You don't like Chairwoman Black. And tell people why that is, because they always say, why do you call her Chairman Black? And I said, because I call people what they want to be called, and that's what she wants to be called. Why is that?
Well, thank you so much. And the reason for that is, one, is the title given to us in the Constitution. Number two is when we send a young girl to the first years of high school or college, we don't call her a fresh woman. We call her a freshman because, again, it's a title. So for me, it's not a gender issue. It is a title issue, and that's a title given to us by our great Constitution.
Well, terrific. Now let's talk about the American Health Care Act, Congressman Black, because it passed on last week to much acclaim. Paul Ryan and others were out defending it. I'll have Steve Scalise on next hour. It's a big step forward. It was we would not have health care reform if you guys hadn't done this last week. Tell us about it, and are you proud of the accomplishment?
I am very proud of the accomplishment, and it's because of the people that I represent that are really suffering under the current law. We have people in our state of Tennessee. As a matter of fact, there are 16 counties in the eastern part of Tennessee that will have not one single insurance provider on the exchange. You can't say that the health care bill is working when you can't find anybody to even get insurance through. So premiums have gone up, deductibles have gone up, and by the way, in the state of Tennessee, we liked what we had in our risk pool before the Affordable Care Act told us that it didn't meet all of the needs, and now the people that were on that risk pool that liked their doctor and lost their doctor and lost the medication that was good for them because it wasn't covered under their new plans are saying, please just take me back to where I was before. I liked what I had. I liked my doctor. So this is about rescuing the American people, and for me in particular, it's my district in my state of Tennessee.
Now, Susan Collins has said the Senate has got to rewrite it and do their own, and that's the constitutional way. You mentioned earlier you like to be called congressman because that's what the Constitution calls you. The Constitution says House takes a whack at it because it's a spending bill, got to originate in the House. Now the Senate takes a whack at it, and then you have a conference committee. I do not believe this is a seed of distrust or mistrust. I just believe there are different points of view, and they will come together in the end. Are you an optimist?
I am, and I believe just as you do that the good law is made that way. We make good law by having a lot of conversations and a lot of inputs. There are some pieces of this bill that I would have liked to have seen different. I hope that the Senate will make this bill better and better. And so I don't get upset at all. I always tell people making law is kind of like making sausage, which, by the way, I have done. It's not very pretty while you're making it, but boy, it sure tastes good when it's all completed.
Now, Chairwoman Black, what happens in the interim? I read some amazing statistics this week. In Maryland, the largest insurer in the Maryland individual program asked for a rate hike of 51%. In Iowa, looks like they're going to be completely out of gas in all but 5 counties. Not one plant. Tennessee, you mentioned. Virginia lost Aetna. There's an ongoing collapse. The earliest this can get into place is 2019, right?
Well, what we're going to try to do is try to put some risk pools in that will help people that are in the individual market, especially those who have pre-existing conditions, because those are really the ones that need it the most. But we do see collapsing, and we're going to have to address that issue to see if there's something we can do to help shore up those states that are having such a tough time.
Let me play you the montage of the Democrat talking points. These are all Democrats.
Sure.
From Fox News this weekend. Cut number 1.
This will cost American lives if it ever becomes law. This will mean death, pain, and suffering to people's families.
It's really a stupid bill. It is a bill of deconstruction of government. From the beginning, Trump Care was a moral monstrosity that will devastate seniors, children, and hardworking Americans.
This crushing age tax will fall on some of the most vulnerable members of our society.
Tens of millions of Americans who are living with pre-existing conditions will be screwed.
Instead of this cruel bill, let's come together to improve health care, not take health insurance away from millions just to give tax credits to the wealthiest. We're better than that.
Let's put this bill in a coffin, not Americans. Let's kill and bury this bill. Thank you.
All right. So, Diane Black, you get it. They put out a talking point. Death, kill, pain, suffering. Don't you just laugh at this?
Well, I do laugh at this, and look, I'm a nurse, and I've been a nurse for over 45 years now. I don't want to see anybody pain and suffering, but tell me that they're not pain and suffering right now where you don't have a single provider in the entire state for the individual market. I mean, this is ridiculous what they're saying. Right now, people are telling us every day in my office, that they are suffering because they cannot either get the health care or they can't afford what they have. You know, you can say we gave you a subsidy to help you buy your premium, but if your deductibles are $5,000, $10,000 and you only make $40,000 a year, you can't take a fourth of your income on a deductible to even get the service. So you may have a card, but doesn't mean you have care. So if it were working right now, we wouldn't probably be in this conversation, but obviously it's broken, and the kind of rhetoric that is out there is just shameful, in my opinion, that we're just going to have people dying on the side of the street. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just scare 'em. Congressman Black, congratulations. The Budget Committee did great work. You guys are going to continue. Tax reform, 20 seconds. We're going to get tax reform this year?
We certainly do. Woo, let's move forward to tax reform now.
Next. I love talking to you. Thank you, Congressman. Congressman Diane Black from the great state of Tennessee.